Welcome to another episode of Brews Bravery. Today, Floyd is mashing his way through Construct Normal. We're going to show you how to work your way through all four bosses. We got decks and strategies. How'd Patchwork work out for you, Floyd?
Patchwork's kind of not that hard. He doesn't have any cards to start off with. The only thing he has is a weapon, and it's a 5/8 with a Death Rattle where it'll put it back into his hand every time it's done. So you kind of just need to survive him hitting you in the face every single turn. You don't have to worry about clearing any minions. You don't have to worry about, trying to efficiently trade. You just need to kind of stay alive and just hit him as hard as you can before he kills you with his weapon. So having stuff like low-level taunts, a couple of heals, being a priest kind of helps out a lot in this aspect. So
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense, definitely.
his hero ability is destroy a minion, so he is just gonna, once you get to like turn 4, he is just gonna start destroying minions. If you have a set of swamp oozes, use those. If you get that on your first turn, it kind of stops him from attacking for at least a turn because his weapon does cost 3 mana, so it kind of helps out a little bit there too.
Yeah, you really need to get that Swamp Ooze out early to kind of...
Yeah, just to hold
help
back
things
the initial
along.
like 5 damage that he's gonna throw at you, but he's just gonna keep killing minions every single time it's his turn. He's gonna smack you for 5. So heal up best you can. Try and get out whatever you can to stop him from attacking you. If you play an ooze later, it doesn't really do a whole lot because he's just gonna play it next turn anyway.
Yeah.
But with the priest, you can at least mitigate some of the damage that he's going to do to you and stay alive a little bit longer to eventually get the kill on him. So all in all, not that hard of a boss.
Cool. Definitely working your way through here, and then you get the last
Yeah, and then
damage for that win. There we go. What happened to Patch? Ah.
So next up is Grobulus. So 30 health on normal. He has his heroic ability, he has his hero ability, which is deal 1 damage to everything.
Yeah,
And if
like
anything,
constant AoE.
and if anything dies, he spawns a slime. He's also
Yep.
going to use something called Mutated Injection, which he's going to use either on Echoing Oozes or the oozes that he spawns when he kills your
Yeah, that one was a
minions.
pain in the ass. This
Yeah.
one took me definitely more than a couple tries to really figure out how to get past those oozes.
Yeah. I stuck to the hand pally with the next couple of fights just because it's a good deck. It's got a lot of removal. It's got a lot of healing. It's stood up pretty well to most of these Naxxramas bosses, and I'm pretty happy with them.
Hmm. I used my warrior deck against Grobulus because his natural 1 damage to everything. Like if you have people like Armor Smith or Frothing Berserker and a lot of those like Enrage type cards, it naturally sets off the Enrage, so I get like I would get free, like Wind Fury on my what's that?
The Raging
That's
Morgans.
3/3 Rage and Morgan,
Yeah.
cards like that, and so I used an Enrage Warrior deck for when I beat him because his natural 1 damage to everything just sets off all of the berserking abilities of sorts or whatever.
No, yeah, absolutely. Sounds like a really, really good idea.
That's kind of what worked for me when I plowed my way through them.
So let's go ahead and move on to the next boss. Gluth. His Decimate ability, where he's just gonna reduce everything to 1, which sucks, and then he's got his Jaws, which suck. So the Decimate reduces everything to 1. So big minions don't matter anymore when you're playing against Gluth. So anything with big health is not gonna do you any good because he's just gonna reduce it. And then he's got his Jaws, which is basically his weapon. He only has a couple of them, so if you're able to destroy him, get rid of them. But every time a minion with Death Rattle dies, he gains attack, and then he's also going to use Enrage, where he just has +6 more attack and is just going to punch you in the face even harder. Same thing with the hand pally. I just really like this deck, especially because you got Tyrion out, and you know he's going to do everything he can to kill it, and then you just get a weapon and smack him in the face with it a couple of times.
Yeah, what I used to take this down is I used a priest deck, and I used a priest death rattle deck, and I basically, what is it, mind vision, that you steal 2 cards from his hand, and then I would steal his jaws, and then because I had a death rattle deck, I would have this weapon that got really big really fast, and then I would would kill him using his own abilities against him.
Yeah, kind of like what we did with Resuvius and all that.
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
Steal the weapon.
That's what I would do. Is I would mind vision, steal the weapon, and then I would use that death rattle against him, and I would just yeah, kick ass with that.
Very nice. Eventually, he does just kill himself because he attacks into a 3, and then I still have the weapon. So, all in all, not that hard of a fight. I mean, it only took me probably like 1 or 2 times with the hand pally to get him down. And then we're gonna move on to Thaddeus. Now,
yeah, this one took me a while.
Yeah, I think I got him on my first try. He was definitely an interesting boss to deal with. The mechanic of where he swaps the attack and health of all the minions every turn is something that is really cool, and you saw some really cool stuff with like the gargoyles and stuff like that. But there were just times where you would just ignore something because it didn't have a whole lot of attack, and then next turn it hit you for like 9, and you were like caught off guard because of it.
Yeah, I had the problem when I was facing it that it kept on swapping so that all my units had lower health, and it's like it had like high attack. So he basically had like I could never kill his units and he could always kill my units. Like I just had like the bad positive negatives.
Yeah.
So it just really worked against me.
Yeah.
Because if you get the good positive negative going, then the fight's really easy, but if it's working against you where he gets to kill you every single round instead of you getting to kill him, it can be frustrating.
Yeah, and when you use a supercharge, you have to make sure that you're actually killing the minions while they have the high health and not the high attack. Because if you're trading the minions for the high attack minions, you're just going to end up losing it, and that's not a good way to do this fight. So, and always be aware of the death rattles that you're going to trigger with that. And see, with this guy, I know that next turn it's just going to be a 6-3 with only 3 health, which means it's actually going to be easier for me to kill next turn. So I actually hold off on killing it and just let him take out the taunt with it.
Cool.
But, so, yeah, that's pretty much all the bosses in Construct. Do you have any other things to say?
Yeah, all I can say is I am thankful that I got the Stalag and Fugan out of this. That Thaddeus combo in constructed play has been awesome. It just feels so great when you bust out like an 11-11 Thaddeus on the board and you see your opponent just concede because they're like, "Yup, I'm done. I'm screwed." And then you like faceless manipulator it, and then you have 2 Thaddiuses, and then you kick ass. That's basically the funnest part about this game. Is getting those cards, those free legendaries, was just awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching Brews and Bravery. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.